It is quite surreal and crazy, all of those things in one. To say that a year ago today, I came back from work, went upstairs, turned the computer on, launched OBS, launched Dune Spice Wars, and recorded my first video for the channel. I never believed that in a year we would be able to make this level of stride happen. I was over there thinking that number one, this wasn't going to work, first and foremost, and number two, that if it did, at max, I would probably get around 100. I am pleased to report at this time, the time of this recording, we have 1,781 Rantians. Wowzers. Thank you all. Truly, I'm quite penetrated by your kindness. And no, I'm not going to let Archie say it, because if he says it, then he's going to steal the light from me, and I'm going to be that petty you-know-what right now. Real talk, though. You guys didn't have to subscribe. You didn't have to. You could have just stuck with the status quo. And, follow the bigger creators who know exactly what they're doing and have the reliable content coming out, the stuff that you're used to. But you didn't. You still follow them, but you gave me a shot. Someone who doesn't know what to do, who's still in the learning process, who has a lot to go through in order to understand all of this. And that is where I really, really appreciate everybody for giving me this opportunity of a lifetime. Because it's not easy growing on YouTube, especially a gaming channel in this day and age. Oh, it's hard. It's hard. But I will tell you, the fulfillment you receive from reaching this point to be able to record a video like this, for me right now, I feel so damn proud. So damn proud. Because this idea, I had no idea whether it was actually going to work, but I took a chance. I took that leap of faith, as it were. And we're here. I told my girlfriend, I told my mother, I'm going to try this out for a year, the whole YouTube space. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I can say I tried. I'll tell you the verdict. I'm going to be around for a very long time, my friend. Continuing to grow, continuing to be better, to produce the best content that I can possibly make to make you all happy, and just be a source to entertain you. I want to be that person that you can just, is reliable, that if you need, just go and see one of the videos to just completely forget about what's going on. There'll be a bunch there. You're going to laugh. You're going to have fun. I want to make sure that the community continues to grow with epic people, and it is every single day, from all over the world. We're making this happen together. I also really appreciate the fact that you guys allowed me the opportunity of incorporating my own version of roleplay into these games. For me, roleplay is important because it's used as a form of enhancement. Being able to create the Imperium out of a game that we've watched to death, pretty much, it really has inspired people to create their own storylines within it. And that is really cool to me. That shows that it worked. And it will continue to work as we continue to expand upon the story, expand upon the narratives, expand upon the characters. Speaking of characters, I do want to take a moment to personally thank a couple people of whom made a significant impact to the channel. The first one being M, of whom is a very, very good friend of mine, pretty much my sibling, to be perfectly honest with you. They were the one that created the first depiction of Rantius himself. We spent a decent amount of time on it. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks discussing things, bouncing ideas back and forth. A lot of the character design are, what they were just playing around with. Because I gave the initial pitch to them and I said, now take a look at this and tell me what you think. Where can we go from here? What would be better? What would be worse? And our combined idea made the first initial depiction of the character. Really cool. And because they're a very talented artist, I definitely want to make sure that if we can possibly find a way to get some more notoriety for them, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be opposed to that. So what I'm going to do is on the Discord, there's going to be a section, and I'm going to give them a specific role as well. They can post their artwork if they want, or a link to their artwork, and you guys can take a look at it. And if you would like to commission them for some work, by all means, I highly recommend them. They're very, very communicative, very, very knowledgeable, and a pretty damn decent artist. So definitely a very, very good person to reach out to. And then obviously Eva, of whom you guys should really be thanking her. I know I mentioned this in the 1000 subscriber video, but obviously there have been 781 new people, so you guys don't know about this. And I don't know actually how many people know about this, but I'll explain it anyway. Back when I was starting off, it was mostly EU4 related content. And EU4, maybe like some doing Spice Wars on the side. But she was like, "Hey, why don't you try that city builder game you always, you know, stream for us in Discord?" I'm like, "Really, Anno?" And she's like, "Yeah, just try it, see what happens." Look at what happened. She is the Duchess of Tortuga in our series, and she is my sister in real life. So, really, from so many different angles, this channel has grown from a combined effort of many people putting their input in, such as my friend Talon, of whom, when I was starting off, he literally gave me a whole deep dive into like what he perceived from my first videos, where I should improve on, what I should work with, all that good stuff. And I still go back to that from time to time and I read it because of how important the information was. It's really cool when you have people bringing in their opinions and you can learn from it. I absorb everything like a sponge. Naturally, through this past year, there have been some people and some comments that were not the best, but that's okay. You know, it could be attributed to just having a bad day, or you don't vibe with everybody. That makes sense. My hope is that maybe in the future they might decide that maybe the channel is worth revisiting, at which case they'll be welcome back with open arms. Because I don't hold a grudge against anybody. It's never conducive, never healthy. I just want to be the best possible content creator for everybody. Naturally, to my friends as well, Doozy, John, Kedite, Ptolemy, Dylan, all you guys, like you all just subscribed en masse, and I really appreciate you for being here and sharing it with your friends over there too to help me gain my first initial startup. What I want to let everyone know, if you're on the fence about ever starting something like this, don't hesitate. Don't be like me, who gave into the no one wants to care about what you have to say, the way that you say it, the way that you play these games, because there's so many other people who are doing it already. Don't do that. Push forward, be determined, put the commitment and the time into it, and I guarantee you'll succeed at it as well. It might take longer, it might take less time. Who knows? These things are very fluid. But I guarantee you that you will be able to succeed. 100%. And if you decide that you want to make a channel, like I know my friend JPen right now, he's starting off making Marvel Rivals videos, and he's a very good player and a really solid guy. You should definitely help out the smaller creators, because a lot of these smaller creators, I can definitely tell you, and I've met a few already, they are definitely worth it. 150% worth it. Good attitudes. They know what they want to do. They're good at what they do. And they will continue to improve if given the opportunity. So, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before because I have a tendency on rambling for Game Boy set, but I want to mention that when the day comes that I'm capable of being a full-time content creator for this channel, I definitely will be. And I will let everyone know at that time that I've fully devoted myself to content creation, and that a lot of things would change in the form of, community-based events, being able to be more active with like giveaways, multiplayer stuff, all those. It's going to be a whole overhaul at that point. Because now my focus would be the channel. Right now, because my mind is and my time is devoted amongst many things, my own focus right now is to continue to grow this channel. And you guys are making that happen every single day by sharing it and by getting my name out there. I don't want to drag this video on for too long, because obviously it is just either looking at still images or just of Castrum Imperialis. But I just want to let you all know that I really, really, really appreciate every single person, even from the very beginning, like Perseus, Patrick, Brian, Torup, Lemon, all you guys who started me off and, liked the videos, commented on the videos, all those things, and getting to now having so many more people do so, who are enjoying the Rantian Imperium, who are Rantians now. They have a sense of identity and being one. I really appreciate you all. So, in order to properly bring this video together, it wouldn't be a Rantius video without A, a random explosion, B, a fire, C, both of those, or D, having some form of roleplay. And in this situation, nothing's happened, so we're going to go with the roleplay option. So, this speech being broadcasted all across the Imperium, but I'm speaking to you within the Senate Hall of Castrum Imperialis. I will now hand this speech over to my second and say, given to the Imperium Senate of Castrum Imperialis on the 3rd of February 2025, in the first year of our reign. Long live the Imperium.